Hey, what's going on, everybody? Really excited about this one. It's AJ Casey, recent Miami commit. On the basketball side, AJ, what's going on, man?
Nothing much really getting prepared for the high school season that's ahead of us. A very challenging season, I would say. But that's the main goal right now, just get focused for that season.
Yeah, it sounds like you guys got a nice little squad. Kind of reading about your team a little bit. Sounds like you got some good players that you're
Mhm.
playing with. I guess how was practice today? How'd it go? And was there any extra? Anybody like? Was there anything extra special about it after making your announcement to where you'll play college ball? Did coaches or players or even classmates say anything to you?
Oh yeah, it was definitely like people congratulating me and everything like that. It's just a friendly environment at Whitney Young High School. Even like some of the people that you really don't really talk to, even though they don't really talk to you, they still come out their day and tell you congratulations. And you guys might not even talk on a day-to-day basis. So it's really just very friendly. And today practice, it was just nothing but like an open gym run. Me and the guys, we got after it today, and I like the way that we competed today.
AJ, just kind of doing a little bit of research and kind of just learning more about you. It seems like a big point of emphasis for you for the off season was you really want to work on your perimeter game. I saw you
Mhm.
talk about some catch and shoot stuff, anything off the dribble. As a big guy with post skills as well, but I was curious how that's gone in these summer months. Maybe what's your off season workouts been like? Have you had specific times that you've been going to the gym? And I know you've been on that AAU circuit, but just kind of a little curious what this workouts have been like for you and maybe your points of emphasis for you trying to improve.
It's definitely basically been all perimeter work, I would say, because from a younger standpoint, when I was a younger kid, I was always bigger than the other kids, and so I was always a low post player. And then growing up, my dad saw that there's a transition, how guys are playing. You got 6'8", 6'9" guys playing even point guard, bringing the ball up. They can catch a shoot, dribble, just as many other guards doing. So it's definitely been, um, I would say, a tremendous jump from where I was before, but it still definitely needs some work in it. Basically, everything I would say, catch and shoot, off the dribble. I mean, it's really good right now, but there's always room for more if you understand what I'm saying. Nothing's ever perfect. Everything can get better. So,
Sure. What's that process been like, particularly with the shooting thing? Because I know um, if you're able to shoot from the outside, I know every big guy's kind of looking to add that part of their game. Is there a certain number of shots you're putting up? What's that been like to improve in that area? What's it been like for you?
at least 25. 25 makes it in one spot, and then you go around, come back, do it again. But I would at least get up probably. I really don't keep count of shots. I just keep count 25. That's the goal. 25. No matter how much. It's all about repping it out, getting those reps up, getting all that muscle memory. And even if you go 25 for 25, you still do it, but it's all about getting them reps.
And AJ, I'm sure you've talked to guys either from the area or even just paying attention to what NBA guys do. Just it seems like at all levels you've got to put in that work. I'm just curious, how much do you enjoy it? What's that like for you? Just that process as again, good skill set right now, but just continuing to develop early on in your career as you look to move
Mhm.
forward. What's how much have you taken to the work you've got to put in?
I would say I've taken a lot of time putting in work, but it also feels great, seeing those improvements that you're making. It's telling you that all the work that you're putting in is actually being counted for and actually helping you. It's no better feeling than going in there and putting in the gym and see that you're getting better than you were before. There's no better feeling than that. So, I mean, you just gotta fall in love with it, and I definitely did. But it feels great once you see like the things that you couldn't do before, and you definitely can do it right now, and it's only time to get better. So
You have an example of that? Either from playing in the summer, was there something where was there a game where you're like, okay, I feel really comfortable because of this work I was putting in, or maybe you're hitting more shots late. I mean, was there something in particular that was going to
um
happen?
yeah, definitely. Just like when I converted over to like ball handling more. Um like I said, I was been working on perimeter skills. I've always said I could shoot the ball a little bit, but not as much as I can now. I'm definitely better than what I was before, but like, ball handling, reading the defense, seeing where guys at. I would say that was probably like the biggest jump in my defense because I used to really wasn't able to read defenses as I can now. Like attacking the lane, seeing that the guy's helping, or seeing the second line of defense, see where they're at, see if they're help. You can make the skip pass. I mean, there's all different type of aspects that goes into the game of basketball, and I feel like that I'm a good how can a good player at that, seeing different things on the court at once. So
And that's got to be a lot of fun, just kind of adding more tools to the toolbox a little bit. You probably feel like, look, things are working early on in your career. It sounds like things doing well, middle school coming up and, putting up numbers and things going well. So just continuing to get better. I'm sure that's exciting for yourself. I wanted to, I want to let's get into your recruitment. Before we get into Miami, just over the summer, what was it like? It seemed like a lot of schools either coming at you or maybe, I don't know if things were dropping off with some schools, but what was the summer recruitment like for you? And then maybe who were some guys you turned to for advice? Because again, it sounds like, schools were talking to you throughout your high school career. Just who were some guys that kind of helped you through this process?
first, I would say it was very hectic. Um, not hectic, well, and not hectic in like a bad way or anything, but it was a lot. It was overwhelming, put it like that. You have all those different colleges coming at you, contacting you, things like that. So it definitely could be overwhelming and put a lot of pressure on your mind, which it did, I would say. But I would say like the people that helped me with my recruiting process, I mean, really, my high school coach and my parents, really, really nobody like outside or anything. Of course, you always hear the same quote, go where you think best fits you. I mean, that's a regular thing. Everybody says that, but I would say like my high school coach and my family, we really took time and dug deep and where we wanted to go, really.
It seemed like, kind of reading your, either reading or watching your recruiting updates throughout the process, you seem to pay quite a bit of attention to playing style. It seemed to be something you were talking quite a bit about different programs, either the way they use their big guy or getting out and run it, whatever it might be. It seemed like that was, I'm sure there were a number of factors, but it definitely seemed like you were paying attention to playing style.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I would say like with the playing style, of course, like um, everybody's converting over to like the NBA style fast paced offense, which definitely fits me. And that's like where I strive at, getting up and down, nonstop, getting in transition, things like that. So definitely like a style of play was definitely a key factor in my decision. So
yeah, so let's talk about Miami. Kind of it feels like from the outside it went quick in the sense of
mhm,
they offered, you take the official visit a few weeks later, but it seemed like the offer came in September. um,
mhm.
can you just maybe kind of walk me through the process of maybe when Miami got involved and essentially, how they were able to kind of move ahead of other schools that have been recruiting you for a while?
Um, like you said, they came in and offered in September. Coach Courtney came in and called and said, "Would I be interested in Miami, the University of Miami?" And I said, "Of course." And so we got some things. We got the official visit set up and everything like that. And then we went down there, and I absolutely enjoyed it down there. I mean, everything was a family environment, from being on campus to going to the football game. I mean, it was just, I mean, I loved it down there.
Why did you why'd you say yeah? Why were you initially when they asked if you're interested? And typically, it's sometimes with guys and recruits that have interest and offers. Essentially, you've kind of already moved past the new school phase, if that makes sense. Some recruits
Mhm.
do that. I guess why were you at least open to the possibility when they did offer?
I would say, coming from like a basis standpoint, coming from that, Coach Larry Nager was there, one of the all-time winningest coaches of all time. He's in the top 10. just the guys that came out that program. You got Lonnie Walker, Shane Larkin. So, and then of course the background that Coach Larinaga has produced NBA talent as well. So, I mean, he knows what he's doing, and we're trying to get back to where they were at once before. So,
What was your first interaction with Coach Larinaga like?
it was very genuine, I would say. Great guy, great coach. He's very sociable, I would say. Um, the conversations that me and him had were like so genuine, and it's not even like about on the court stuff. It's about off the court, like how's the family, what kind of things that you enjoy to do off the court. I mean, but it was just so genuine. He's just a genuine guy.
You talked about what you're kind of hoping Miami, and what they're hoping to do too. Kind of turn things around. What are you kind of seeing or kind of hearing about, kind of leading the charge and kind of being one of these young guys moving forward with this program?
Um, you know, coming in and making an impact right away. Coming in, working hard, compete at a very high level, and with the other guys that we got coming in, we got D coming in, we got Chris coming in, and we're trying to get another couple other pieces. But I mean, we're all looking to turn this program back around to where it once were. Get Miami back where it was.
Was there, you touched on the visit, and I remember I know you went to that football game when Miami
Hmm.
played Central Connecticut State. What
Hmm.
what kind of stood out to you about the official visit? And maybe did you know much about the program or the campus before you had
Hmm.
arrived? And was there anything that stood out to you or maybe surprised you a little bit?
Just the atmosphere. Being at the football game, the atmosphere was just crazy. I mean, everyone was into it. All the fans were, and I would say like previous before, um, like knowing the campus side of it, I really didn't know too much. Of course, like throughout all the Zooms and text messages, I'm so glad we got out of that phase. But you can go down and see it actually in person. The campus is beautiful. Um, but it was the firsthand experience that really caught my eye, way better than like seeing it through like a visual aspect or anything like that.
So I know the coaching staff and a lot of coaching staff like your skills, AJ. The GPA, the 4.3, is that where it's at right now?
Hmm. Yeah.
Uh, how much pride do you take in that and just the academic side? And I assume, like I said, coaches have to love that fact about you too.
I take a lot of pride in it. Without the books, there's no ball. So uh, that's something my parents embedded in me, I would say. Um, Go in there and do what you're supposed to do in the class, and you get rewarded with basketball. Like I said, without no books, there's no basketball. So really, school really started all that up. School is really the number one priority still. So
Yeah, yeah. Speak more about your parents, man. What was it like kind of growing up, and I also kind of curious about your father, his influence in your game, but just both your parents, just
mhm.
your family in general. Just kind of what was it like for you? What's it been like for you, kind of growing up here?
um, I would say that growing up as a little kid, my dad played basketball a lot, um, playing in different leagues and sorts. When I was a little kid, going out with him, seeing him play. I will say that me and him, we both have two totally different, similar play styles. He, of course, watched like the '80s and '90s and things like that. So there really wasn't no perimeter players. I would say most of the bigs or even undersized bigs now, they would be in the low block, posting up, dominating down there. So it kind of took him a minute to understood that the game was transitioning over, but he finally understood it, and he put me in the right position to become who I am today. A versatile forward that can guard 1 through 5, has the speed and quickness and everything, the tools to become who I am today. And I would say for my mom, she's been there to support me and everything, making sure I stay in the books, making sure the schoolwork is everything done. Of course, she puts her little input in the basketball side as well. And I can't forget about my little brother as well. I mean, that's my guy. Um, he's just so energetic and crazy. I mean, he goes crazy like at the games. It's just you always gonna hear him. There's no way that you can miss him. So that's my guy.
Yeah, that's got to be a lot of fun just to have that support group, and I'm sure you got plenty of other friends and family members. Playing in Chicago, a lot's made of it. It's been made of it. The people that have come through there. Um, how would you describe it? And you've had a chance to play at different schools, and just different environments. Just maybe your thoughts on playing there, but also the pride you take from that city and representing that
Mhm.
city, and I hoping to be one of those other a number of great players that have come through there.
Yeah, definitely. Being from a place where the Derrick Rose is, the Jabari Parkers, even women's side, Candace Parker, who just won a WNBA championship, first ever in Chicago Sky history. Just being in the mention like with those guys is kind of I would say like a tremendous feeling. It's great. It's a great feeling. But like coming from like the state standpoint, Chicago, they always get mentioned in one of the like being one of the meccas of basketball up there with New York. So Chicago is really known for basketball, and it's a basketball powerhouse, I would say. So being a part of that, I mean, and being recognized as one of the best is definitely a great feeling, and you definitely just got to keep working at it.
Yeah, and just your journey from back to Arbor Park and then Simeon and Tinley Park and Whitney Young. Just stay on Whitney Young, and um, we touched on it earlier with the team you guys feel like you have there, but how would you describe the environment there and kind of since you've been at Whitney Young?
It's definitely been an experience that I probably wouldn't forget. Um, it truly feels like um, I really, it kind of truly feels like if I really put it into perspective, like you're living like a college um, campus. I would say. I mean, I would say they mold you almost for to prepare for college. I mean, the work, the environment, the atmosphere. I mean, you got to get back and forth to classes, and I mean, it truly builds you for college.
And it seems like, just kind of when you made your announcement, one of the things that you posted on social media was just that you thanked a number of the coaches from that you've worked with, and also at Mean Streets. There just seemed like a lot of guys you feel, you know, thankful for. What have the
Mhm.
coaches meant to you, and is there something in particular that you really feel like they've helped you with, or maybe even a particular coach that's really helped mold your game? And I know you've obviously credited your parents and your father for your development, but just your coaches. Is there something in particular, AJ?
Um, I would say that they all put me in a position to show my skill set. I would say um, throughout the whole Mean Streets and even through my high school career, coaches were seeing, well, my high school coaches and my AU coaches were seeing that I was developing as a player. And so they allowed me and gave me the freedom, I would say, to be on the perimeter. Because without getting reps, like practicing, you also got to get in game reps as well. There's nothing like in game reps as not as just practicing. Practicing is just like you go hard at it, but it's nothing like in game where there's an actual defender like guarding you and you got to actually think on the fly. But I mean, I just think those people for allowing me and giving me the freedom to allow me to to showcase my skill set. And without them, um, it really wouldn't be anything like this right now.
So I saw former Duke guard DJ Stewart was there the other day. Obviously, on your Twitter page, you have a picture with Anthony Davis, and he seems
Mhm.
like a guy that I've heard you mention that you've kind of either molded or trying to take some stuff from his game, and obviously from the
Mhm.
area there. Your thoughts on Anthony, maybe your interactions with him, and also number 23, the significance of that to you.
Mhm.
Obviously with Michael there, but just the number 23, the significance for you. What does that mean to you?
Um, the number 23, I wear it because I know everybody's probably not gonna like, but I wear it because of LeBron. Um, LeBron was my favorite player growing up. And he always had the 23. And then when he had six, I didn't wear six at the time. I wear seven. Because Carmelo Anthony was my favorite player at the time. But I get 23 from LeBron. He's just an amazing athlete. Does not stop. I try to take as much as from him. And I really wouldn't say like I role model him either, because I take like certain aspects from different players and try to input in my game. But him just being my favorite players from childhood, but that's why I say I get the number 23 from.
Yeah, and Anthony, what was like kind of meeting him? Your thoughts on him and maybe some things you try to get from his game as a big guy
Mhm.
there.
Anthony, meeting him, it was crazy. Him sitting there and actually talking with us in front of the Mean Streets organization, and the things that he put in, the time and hours that he had to put in the gym to where he's at, to become where he's at now, was definitely an amazing experience. Definitely, I definitely took some things that he said and work on that as much as possible. Getting a firsthand experience of talking to him and even playing him was kind of great. Both of us being from the South Side, is kind of a connection there. So just meeting Anthony and then talking to him like after we got done and everything, just keep telling me to work, and things will lead your way.
So with Mean Streets, did you, maybe it was this past summer or throughout the time? Do you have a favorite tournament that's going to stand out to you, that you look back and be like, man, that was a lot of fun with the guys, or something that stands out to you? Is there a tournament in particular that you felt like you had a good time over your time in the AAU circuit?
Um, the the enormous amounts of NY2LA tournaments we played. um, we were just always in the NY2LA tournaments, and it never failed. There was always great competition. Guys were always giving their 110% effort. There was not one game that you were probably going to blow out, even though if you probably did, it was probably a pull away. I mean, the NY2LA tournaments were great, and that's where like my upcoming really came. That's where things really started, I would say. And then I would have to include my first year at PCM 15U. Um, it was just a different atmosphere, and still didn't get that 16U year, but definitely 15U year. Being in EYBL, everybody always hears about the EYBL. I know I did. Being like on seventh, eighth, everybody saying EYBL was totally different, and the atmosphere is just crazy. And I had a firsthand experience at it, and it definitely was. It definitely met up to what people were saying.
The names are countless, the guys you played with. But particularly, I wanted to ask you about Jalen Washington. He's a guy that committed to North Carolina. Hopefully, he gets back. I know he's had that injury, so hopefully he gets back. But just a guy, maybe you maybe explain your connection with him and what kind of going through the process a little bit too. Just a couple, big guys. What's your relationship like with Jalen?
Me and Jalen, we have a off the court relationship as well. Some guys, they're just there on the court. But me and Jalen, we talk, we connect off the court as well. Checking in, make sure how we're doing, things like that. It's definitely a brotherly love between him and me. I think when he came over, I believe it was eighth grade. It may have been seventh grade, but I believe it was eighth grade. Um, we automatically clicked, and I like to thank Pros DC promoting us. We was like a 1-2 punch dynamic duo. But me, Jalen, that's my guy. Like I said, I'm praying for him that he recovers fast and soon and well. But I mean, that's my brother, man.
It's gonna be. You think it's gonna be pretty fun going against him?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Definitely going against him is gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Hey, I wanted to ask, first time you dunked the ball in a game. Do you remember that? When was that?
My seventh grade year at Arbor, my first in game dunk. It's kind of funny because somebody just actually sent me the video the day I committed, and the way it just looked, so funny. I went up all slow and everything, so it was kind of hilarious.
Was it one that you were waiting for? You felt like one was coming? Did you feel, were you kind of feeling like
Um, I,
you were,
I got on the fast break. I got off the still, and I had all that momentum behind me. And I would say that I knew I could dunk, but I wasn't dunking consistently. So I had all the momentum behind me, and it was a rival game. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna try it. And I went up. I went up all slow, and but I put it down though. So that's all that matters. Everybody was going crazy and everything. So
yeah, no, I'm sure there's, countless more after that, but that's got to be a fun one, that first one. Hey, AJ, any plans to get back down to Miami? I know you guys are scheduled to play in City of Palms. I've been to that tournament a number of years. Looking forward to this one. Look forward to seeing you play. But do you have any plans, maybe during the season or anything, get down back to Miami to either see the team play or kind of get down around campus?
oh yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure that's something that me and my family are going to discuss. Getting back down there, going to maybe a couple of games to see the first firsthand experience of the game, what it's like being at Miami, the 10,000 people that is going to be there. But that's definitely me and my family, something that me and my family will have to discuss. So, but I'm pretty sure that we will be going back down there.
You looking forward to City of Palms?
Oh yeah, I mean, our coach always says this is probably the toughest schedule that he's ever put, but I'm always looking for a challenge. I love challenges. I love meeting them head on because I believe that if you give me a challenge, I feel like I have the best shot at taking it down. I feel like me and my guys on the team, we have the best shot at completing anything. I mean, I just trust those guys so much.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So I'm gonna let you get going. I appreciate you. It was great talking to you for a little bit. Looking forward to following your career, your journey, and like I said, seeing you down here pretty soon. So I'll let you get going, man. But take care.
Thank you. Appreciate you for having me.